Through all my experience of being a student in Hawaii, becoming a professional dancer for the Los Angeles Clippers, and most recently being titled Miss California USA, I quickly realized that nothing compares to the heart and soul of my hometown of Lancaster, California. Come along with me as we get to experience the taste, the talent, the tech, and most of all, the fun of my hometown. This is Tiff on the Town.
Lancaster, welcome to the final episode of season 1 of Tiff on the Town. What better way to end our first season than with the sweet treats of Lancaster? Whether you like lollipops, chamoy, or a big scoop of ice cream, this is the episode for you. If I have a sweet tooth just like you do, I need to shut up, and it's time for you to dive deep into this episode with a big scoop of Tiff on the Town. Don't you just wish that the second you bite into your favorite candy, you get the burst of the flavor instantly? From lemon heads to lollipops to fruit roll-ups and even Skittles. Well, look no further because Mythical Candy is the candy shop of the city of Lancaster. From childhood favorites to futuristic ice cream and even freeze-dried candy. Let me show you behind the scenes of how Mythical Candy brings imagination with sweet treats. So I don't know about you guys, but the second that I have a bag full of candy sitting in front of me, I feel my childhood joy rushing through my body. The owner of Mythical Candy, Jamie, could not agree more. During the pandemic, Jamie was having a tough time. With having a husband that's a first responder, there were times where he just couldn't come back home. Being a mother of 3, this is pretty challenging. Jamie wanted to change the dynamic of her home. She was scrolling through TikTok, she came across a viral video of freeze-dried candy. Being the ambitious woman she is, instead of buying the candy, she bought the machine. This is what birthed Mythical Candy in the city of Lancaster. Now having 2 locations, sold out for 2 months, and being able to fulfill childhood dreams, Jamie isn't just offering candy to the community, but she's allowing small businesses to thrive as well. Well, being surrounded by all this candy, I feel like I'm a kid again, and when I was a kid, I was a book nerd. So science is the one thing that I'm so excited to talk about today, the whole process of how we freeze dry candy. Of course, it starts with the machine. The machine is bigger than you would expect. It's the size of a home washer machine, way too big to bring in, so we're gonna just show you some examples today. What Jamie does is she buys the candy first and foremost. She puts that candy onto what we would consider a baking sheet. She puts that baking sheet inside of the freeze dryer and waits a few hours, but few hours is an understatement. It's a very diligent, patient process, and to allow you to know how long this can take, ice cream takes about 48 hours to freeze dry. This is how we make astronaut food. So where we take food into space is the same way that Jamie is providing candy to you in the city of Lancaster. After it comes out of the freeze dryer, she likes to pack this candy and show it off for everybody to try for a sweet treat. Now, what is the scientific word for this process? I feel like I'm a miniature Bill Nye in this moment. The word is sublimation. All right, everyone, say it with me. Sublimation. This is where the moisture is pulled out of the item, allowing you to have that tasty burst of flavor the second you bite into your treat. Okay, enough of me chit-chatting with you guys. Let's jump straight into the candy and get to business. Okay, everyone, so we're gonna start with a generic favorite, taffy. Little simple bites that you can bite into your mouth at any moment of the day. Well, it's time for us to change the game here at Mythical Candy. Here is how they really do it. It's more like a jawbreaker, but you get to bite into it immediately and it disappears in seconds. For the test of crunch, let's go. Woo-hoo! Now that's fun. That's good. Messy, but good. With taffy, these are one of the treats that you have to chew on for hours and hours and hours. But at Mythical Candy with freeze-dried candy, The second I bit into it, I tasted all the flavors of taffy. Okay, for my sour friends that love a good sour treat like me, one of my childhood favorites, lemon heads. We all love these, but we all know it takes time to get through a box of lemon heads. Probably sucking on a few for hours, but Mythical Candy, again, they changed the game. Here is this example compared to a handful of freeze-dried. Get more bang for your buck, no doubt in my mind. Sour, yet delicious. Now, my mom's favorite candy, peach rings. So good, and I don't know about you guys, when I was a little girl, I would throw these on my ring finger thinking that I was a married girly, but now I'm actually an engaged girly, so it works. But peach rings, the winner of it all. Freeze-dried. Bam, baby. Big difference. Here we go. Woo! I mean, if your kids love to play with food, this is where you want to be. No doubt. First, I'm going to taste try this one. Just like I remember. Nice and stretchy. Lots of peach flavor. Now to bite into this fun one. That's good. It's like a Cheeto Puff. Like a sweet Cheeto Puff. Cheetos 2.0. Okay, the fun one. Nerds Gummy Clusters. These guys, I feel like people usually just grab a handful and throw them all into their mouth at once. I mean, look how baby they are. They're so tiny. Why wouldn't you be able to throw all of these into your mouth at one time? Come on, easy stuff. But then, this, dude, come on, it's unrealistic. So a handful of these compared to one of these little guys, big difference. Good stuff. Okay, I know growing up there was a battle of peach rings versus watermelon rings. So if you're team watermelon rings, this is for you. Big difference yet again, nothing surprising. So let's see who's gonna win, peach or watermelon. Let's try it out. That's a hard one, you guys. But I have to say, I grew up a peach girly. So I'm team peach. But for all of you that are team watermelon, I still love you. Last but not least, the infamous Airheads. I grew up eating these like nobody's business. I probably would get stomach aches on these every day as a kid, and I would sneak them into my lunch pail. My mom would find out, and I would get in so much trouble, but I mean, we're back at it again, Mom. I'm sorry. Now, time to compare it to freeze-dried Airheads. Interesting. Okay, look at the difference of the width of that. Crazy. Here we go. Okay. This is my favorite. This wins, hands down. Probably gonna buy a whole stack of these guys. Now, the one that we cannot forget is their best seller, Skittles. Normal Skittles, everybody loves it. We love to taste the rainbow. Compared to freeze-dried Skittles. I mean, look at that difference. You get way more bang for your buck, better flavor, better taste. It's so much worth it. All right, guys. Normal Skittle, freeze-dried. Love that. Here I go. I take it back. Skittles are my favorite. Skittles win, hands down. Make sure you check out Mythical Candy on Lancaster Boulevard and 15th Street West and get the best candy of your life. It's like candy land galore in here, from freeze-dried candy to super large gummy bears and even totally gross soda, but I mean, it tastes great to me. Before I go, I want to make sure that I get to try their caramel apple lollipops. Oh, and they have Kit Karts too. Bye!
Homemade vegan chamoy right at your fingertips. There's no better way to experience a sweet yet spicy treat than Refi Snacks. Today we get to hang out with owner and founder Refi and get to know if you like it soaked, dry, or dipped on the side. Refi, I'm so excited to get to know more about you and your amazing treats. So Refi Snacks, how did this come about? When was it born and what made you decide to do this?
So during the pandemic, I lost both of my jobs, and that's when Refi Snacks was born. I had to create something for myself, and this created a fun way for me to kind of express myself and really for my mental health, because I was going crazy.
Yeah.
So we all were.
Yeah, as we all were. And you were able to provide these sweet treats in a hard time for yourself. It's been 3 years of just this beautiful story for you. Now you have all the success with sweet treats, but the moment I met you was at a City of Lancaster event. So what are the events that you get to show off these amazing snacks at?
You can find me at California Poppy Festival, Hunt at the Hangar, and any other events for the city as well. One of the cool summer nights for the parks, and that's a cool program where families can come out to the parks and really enjoy the beauty that is a park, you know, here in Lancaster.
So fun. And there's an event in Lancaster that everybody goes to, the Antelope Valley Fair, that you were able to partner with to really show adults that they can try Refi Snacks too. So how did that happen at the beer garden for you?
That was absolutely amazing. It was really exciting when I got the call and saying like they wanted to have my product, and the collab was really fun, really easy, and people loved our product during the fair. It kind of gives them a new look to their cup, and you know, people enjoy the sour and tanginess of the rim with their beer and their alcoholic beverages, so everybody had fun.
Yeah, so guys, make sure that you check out the Refi Rim, and you can also buy it yourself online. It's definitely worth trying for the adults to make sure they have a sweet treat while the kids are jumping on some gummy worms with chamoy on it, right?
Absolutely. And you know, the Refi Rim, the cool part about the Refi Rim is that you don't have to use it on alcoholic beverages. You can use it on fruit like apples, strawberries, green grapes, and they're absolutely amazing with fruit as well. And it's all vegan.
It's all vegan. Let's make sure we highlight continuously. Refi Snacks Chamoy is all vegan. You have vegan options, even so much to the point that a popular snack, chicharrones, you have vegan chicharrones.
Yeah, well, so chicharrones are usually made with pork, but ours are made with flour. And so you have the vegan option, and people just try it, you know, they love the flavor, and once they try it, they really fall in love. And you can always find this at the farmer's market every Thursday.
We have to know, what are the most popular items that you have?
Our most popular item is definitely our chamoy pickle.
Ooh.
The chamoy pickle is really, really popular, and also our Refi Rim and our gushers.
Okay.
Those are gonna be our most popular.
Okay, so with your chamoy, Refi, you have so many options. You can do it completely drenched, you can do it dry, or you can even have it on the side. So what do people tend to do?
People like the on the side. So they like to still try the gummy, and they like to still have the chamoy on the side, but a lot of people are not a big fan of the drenched chamoy. A lot of people like it on the side, and the dry is also popular, but I think there is a lot of dry options out there, but there's not a drenched or on the side option. So you can have both, you know, best of both worlds.
So there is some nonprofit work that you do. Can you share with us what that is?
One of my favorite nonprofit projects, the Refi Snacks, hosts a snack drive. During the holidays, we collect snacks throughout businesses in the Antelope Valley, in Lancaster specifically, and we pass them out through the Salvation Army during their toy distribution for their families. These are families that get toys, and then they can stop by the Refi Snacks booth and get completely free snacks.
Wow, that is fantastic. I'm so excited to dive in, go outside, and make some of these snacks with you. But before we do that, I know the audience is wondering, how can we book Refi for a private event?
Yeah, you can book me through simply calling on the website on my phone number. There's also an inquiry part in there on the website where you can put what type of event, whether you're having a wedding, baby shower, quinceañera, or anything in between, a corporate event, which are mostly very popular for us as well. It's something different, it's something unique that you can always carry on all of your parties.
All right, guys, make sure you book Refi Snacks. Now it's time for us to make these treats on our own outside.
The more we got to know about Refi, the more on team I was. Clearly so much so I have a shirt of Refi Snacks. Now it's time for us to make some snacks and a great drink. So Refi, what are we gonna start with?
We're gonna start with our dippables.
Okay.
Chamoy dippables, which are the dry candy with the chamoy on the side.
Okay.
So we're just gonna grab it. We're gonna go right into it.
Okay.
So these are the peach rings. You have the gummy worms in there.
Yes, I do.
We just open it. My mouth is watering already because I love candy. And then it comes with the little side of chamoy here.
Okay.
So
Hold on. I mean, look at this. Look at this. It just looks so good. It's homemade, it's vegan, everyone gets to try it, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, what do we do next?
You know, the cool thing about this is that if you don't like too much chamoy, you can go like how much you want.
It's personalized.
Yes, it's
That's
personalized.
fantastic. Okay.
So
what next?
I like extra chamoy, so I'm just gonna go a lot, but you can go as much as you want.
Okay,
So we're
let me
gonna
watch you.
go in there. Gonna pour it in there.
Okay. Just drench it. Like you said before, you can have it soaked, you can have it on the side, you can have it dry, just so many options, right?
Yep, absolutely. And now we can just close it up and then we shake it. Shake to the left, shake to the right.
I love to say, let's do a dance move. Okay, ready? Go to the right. Go. Hey, 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 hey.
Yeah, this is fun, you
Yeah,
know?
you can like cheers with it too.
Yeah, cheers.
I love it.
So now it's ready to enjoy.
Let's enjoy it.
It's ready.
All right,
It's
let's
drenched in
try
the
this.
vegan chamoy. It's sour, tangy,
Nice.
and it's ready to go.
Nice.
If I can get mine open.
Sorry, I couldn't wait for you, clearly.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just so good. It's going everywhere, right?
Look at that. That's
looks
the
so
peach
good.
ring. Yeah.
So good.
And we can do a candy cheer. Cheers.
Okay, the very famous Refi rim that everyone loves so much. How do we do this?
Yeah, so it's gonna be in a container like this. It's very easy to use, just 2 steps. All you gotta do is grab the cup and rim it around the cup like this.
Nice.
You gotta kind of go in there, you know, nice and you know, you want to put a lot on it.
Just cover it. Cover it
yeah.
up.
So once you're done with that, perfect rim right there. Now you can pour the drink.
Ooh, okay. So here's this. I'm gonna put this down.
There you go. And this doesn't need any tahini, by the way. It already
comes with it
tahini,
all.
Everything, yeah.
It's set to go.
It's ready to go.
No better mix than a michelada with the Refi rim, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Refi, cheers.
Cheers. Let me know what you think.
You can even get extra on your lips like me. That's really good. Well, guys, you didn't just get to fall in love with Refi, but also his snacks. Now it's time for me to dive deep into his treats, especially with Refi Snacks where kindness matters. Oh, and I almost forgot. There's fresh agua frescas too. Can't miss out on Refi Snacks. Bye.
Donuts, cronuts, vegan, and non-dairy treats that will blow your mind. Monster Donuts promises to always deliver creativity, quality, and passion in every bite. Today, in our season finale, we get to hang out with the owner, Alvin, and get to know more about the most eccentric baked goods in the city of Lancaster. Alvin, first off, thank you so much for having us. This place is so fun. There's so much to look at. And of course, the treats are awesome.
Well, you're welcome. We appreciate having you guys here. So thank you guys for coming out.
Yeah, of course. I just want to know, take us back to when baking even started to happen for you.
All right. Well, it started off at a young age. I used to travel with my parents and my siblings. We used to go to my aunt's house in Florida And what we would do is we would take a road trip there instead of flying an airplane or anything like that. My parents enjoy driving
All the way to Florida.
to Florida once a year
crazy.
for our summer vacation. We used to always do that. And in the meantime, we kind of made it a tradition to stop at donut shops on the way there. So we got to see a lot of different stuff going across the nation on what people are doing. So one thing that we noticed is that a lot of donut shops kind of ignored the cake donut. For some reason, it's kind of been put on the back burner. We actually do opposite of that. We want to display how you can be more creative with the cake. You do get more flexibility. You get to play around with the flavors a lot more. And how we do it with Monster Donuts, I've never really been a person that likes to be punched in the face full of sweetness. So we didn't want that for our donuts. No matter which donut you pick out can be the one that looks the sweetest to you. It's actually still going to be less sweet than your average glazed donut out there in the market.
That's so cool.
So we make sure that all of our flavors are well balanced. So you actually get to enjoy what you're experiencing on the donut.
You have great flavor balance, you have great technique, and you're talking about the yeast donut versus the cake donut. So what is actually the difference when it comes to texture and experience of that?
So when we put together our donuts, we actually kind of give you the best of both worlds. So they kind of actually taste like a hybrid. A lot of folks was wondering how we do make our donuts. If we bake them, if we fry them. There's rumors that our donuts been air fried, stuff like that.
I love it.
Just because they're trying to figure out how we can keep our fluffy texture in our cake donuts. They don't see that everywhere else.
It's so light. It's not heavy at all, your donut.
Yeah. So we just take pride in making sure that we do all the steps correctly. We don't cut any corners. We make sure that we go the extra extent to make sure that all of our donuts stay consistent.
Amazing. And talking about hybrid, there's one item on your menu that's really popular, the cronut.
Yes, that is absolutely correct. The cronut is a very popular item. It's a hybrid between a croissant and a donut, so you get the best of both worlds. You get this flaky, crispy texture on the top, and in the inside you get this like nice, fluffy, firm texture of like a donut at the same time.
Cannot wait to dive into one of those. You are a father of 4 children that get to really taste test for you.
Yeah.
What joy do you get watching kids come in and get to experience your donut?
Oh, I get a lot of enjoyment from it because for one, kids are always picky eaters. They're finicky. I get a lot of parents saying that their kids never ever finish a donut in their life, and they're shocked to see that their child ate a whole donut and even wants more and continue eating their donuts. You know, the kids, they always try to stay into their comfort zone, so they pick out something that is, you know, not as, I guess.
Like scary or daunting, yeah.
So I always tell them to get out of their comfort zone, and once they do, they actually experience Monster Donuts the way it's supposed to get experienced. So I tell all the adults as well, they get just as shy or sometimes even more shy than the children, is just do something different. Try something different.
So there are some people that want something sweet, but they have dietary restrictions, like they're vegan. Do you have anything to offer for them?
Yeah, actually, when it comes to our vegan tray, we really wanted to make sure that it didn't deprive anybody of any flavors from what we offer our regular donuts. So it took a while to experiment with it. We nailed it to the T. So when you try a vegan donut and one of our regular donuts, you can't tell the difference. So those vegans, you're definitely not missing out. There was a family with a little boy. He was around 6 years old. He said were our vegan options because he has a dairy allergy. This family actually started to sit down in our establishment and they started to cry because they haven't had donuts in over 6 years, because every time they tried to have a donut, the little boy would cry. So even the teenagers that haven't had donuts in 6 years, they were hugging their little brother like, yeah, you get to eat a donut. We get to all have fun together. And just for the fact that it helps families and kids enjoy
And come together.
together. It's what inspired us. And I promise you, within a few days or even about a week later after that, the sales for the vegan donuts started to come up.
Wow.
And it could have been, a day away from just not happening and us never experiencing vegan donuts the way we do it.
Well, that's awesome. With someone with 7 food allergies, I appreciate you. caring for the people. Well, for everyone that wants to try out these new treats, you're actually part of the Lancaster Rewards program. So how do people come in and make sure that they get some points back?
You just come on to Monster Donuts, show us that you're part of the rewards, and we will accommodate anybody who is.
So fun. Well, now I'm excited to go back in the kitchen and experience why Monster Donuts are so special.
Awesome.
Hey guys, so we're actually here with Caden, who is the son of Alvin, and he is our special donut artist. There's something about him though that I think he wants to share with the audience that maybe your kids can pick up on too.
Well, guys, actually I come in here about at 4:30 in the morning at some days, and I come in here every single day just to make donuts and make them look as best as possible. And I just come in here and try my all, and really
Make your dad proud, right?
make my dad proud.
Make his dad proud. Well, I'm super excited to learn your finesse of the artwork of donuts, but congratulations on being such an honorable young man that makes your dad proud every day.
Thank you.
Hopefully your kids can figure it out too. I know I can't at 4:30, but hopefully your kids can do it too. All right, Caden, show us how to do it.
So basically, this is just our classic donut. We're just gonna dip it inside the white first.
Okay.
Make sure to shake off all the excess. We dip half of it in the sprinkles. And then, with the rest, we just do the half drizzle.
Ooh. Love it.
You wanna try to make one?
Yeah, I gotta make one.
So you saw how I did it, right?
Yeah. Okay, so I dip it first, right?
Yeah.
Dip. Okay,
And then do half of it in the sprinkles. And then what you wanna do is just make sure that it's not too thick. So you just wanna shake it a little bit is what I do.
okay.
And then I just do it over it. And then just go across. There it is. That's a good first donut.
Hey!
There it is. That's how
This is way better than
mine
mine.
was better at that point
Okay, I'm gonna
when
try
I
one
first
more.
started.
I'll try one more. Okay, dip. Half.
Yeah. And then just try to make sure you just try to stay to one side.
Okay,
Don't try to come back. There you go.
pretty good, right?
Keep it like that. Yep.
Look, guys, I did it. A donut artiste.
Right now we're just gonna be making the fruity pebbles.
All right, let's do this. Finesse, finesse.
There you go. That's
Good,
perfect.
and just bam.
There we go.
Hey, look at that. Love it. Smells like my childhood. What a sweet ending to our final episode in season 1 of Tiff on the Town. Make sure you chase your dreams just like Alvin, and whatever you do, make it monsterly delicious. Cheers. As you all can see, my hometown of Lancaster has so much to offer. I hope you all enjoyed hanging out with me as much as I did and are looking forward to the next episode of Tiff on the Town.